You got me up here crying on camera. Shit. What is it? She looked like she was in a tornado.
Okay. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back to STS with Stoney and Brit. I was going to say the whole thing, but it's Sunday. We're not trying to curse on the Lord's Day.
On the Sabbath.
I think actually the Sabbath is on Saturday. Let's go.
I'm a heathen. Y'all. Let me live, y'all. It's been a Sunday fun day for me. So
yeah, Sunday fun day. What'd you do?
I actually went to this little brunch place called First Watch. It's more like a healthier option. Mm-hmm. So they had like some nice little omelets with all the spinach and the different Gruyere cheeses and whatnots. But I myself had a good old French toast. It was pretty good with some scrambled eggs, and their $1 million bacon is what they call it. So it's kind of like a sticky bacon with like a little sweet, kind of like a glaze, I guess, on it. Pretty good.
Was this the best bacon you ever had in your life?
It was not worth the name that they gave.
Okay, honest reviews. Honest reviews is what we give you. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm glad that you had a fun Sunday so far. So we're gonna try to keep it going with these topics that we have for y'all today. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it off. I'm going to start with this movie that just came out on Friday on Amazon Prime. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It is with Michael B. Jordan. It's called Without Remorse. This movie is loosely based on a 93 novel that came out by Tom Clancy of the same name, Without Remorse. Basically, Michael B. Is an elite Navy SEAL. And there's some conspiracy that happens that ends up his wife gets murdered and she's pregnant with their daughter, and she was like due like next month, you know what I mean? So like they were really, really ready for their baby girl to come and everything like that. So she ends up getting murdered and he's, left for dead or whatever. And then, he just uncovers this conspiracy and he's, trying to track these people down that killed his wife, The movie was actually pretty good. I don't have any. I felt like with the name Without Remorse, I wanted it to give me more John Wick-ish. You know what I mean? Like when he went after people, he just didn't give a damn. And he was like really killing people, like doop, doop, doop. So yeah, it's a chopper. But I wasn't really getting that with this movie per se. But it was still actually a really good movie to watch. I think I'm going to watch it again tonight, just to see if I missed anything that took away from what I was looking for, I guess. But overall, it was a really good movie.
Well, that's saying a lot if you would watch it a lot. It's a twofer. You will watch it again?
I think I will watch it again just to make sure there's not anything.
You caught everything. Yeah, you caught everything. Mm-hmm. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he did really well with his acting, so.
Okay. See,
because I feel like you're gonna say something crazy.
Here I go. Because it's me. I have a lot of unpopular opinions. You know what I'm saying? I live in that realm. It's me. I root for the underdog, all that. That's me. So I feel like the range is limited when it comes to Michael B. Jordan.
What?
I honestly feel like, because I feel like that when he is trying to portray a certain intense emotion, it always comes off as like he's like this pissed off bulldog. It looks like his face gets very, it's like, there go that look again. There go that look. Every preview, I'm like, there go that look again. Every Creed, I felt like looking at the preview of this movie that you're talking about, I was like, it looked like his Creed character, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to fight in the trailer. So I have not watched it. I mean, I'm not saying that he's a bad actor. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying that there are, like, when I think of talented African American male actors in this
Mm-hmm.
day and age, I don't put him at the top of the list. He's
Mm-hmm.
probably not in my top five.
Okay.
And I feel like that this movie, although I have not seen it, so all y'all, I'm not judging the movie. I'm not judging nothing that I haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
But from going from Creed to this, I feel like he might end up getting stuck in that pocket of doing those types of movies that are like those intense type of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think that other actors that we discovered around the same time that he came out have been able to kind of branch off and be a little bit more diverse with their
Mm-hmm.
different roles. So that's all I'm saying. So um, yeah, I don't want him to end up being typecast.
So you think that they would try to put him in only these intense um, roles and things like that? I mean, he was a producer on this movie, so
That's
but
nice. That's good to
he's
have
getting,
that credit.
huh?
I said that's good to have that credit,
Yeah.
that on your name. Yeah.
Mm. Do you think that he's boxing himself in by putting himself only in these intense emotional movies? I mean, he's done Creed, he's done, this is like an action type movie as well.
Mhm.
Um, you don't think he's showing enough range? Is that what you're saying?
I think that's what I'm getting to, because even when he was in Black Panther, he made that same damn face that he done made in these movies. This little angry face, like because that's the character that he had, that he portrays most of the time in his roles. I feel like that there's not a lot of range there,
Mm,
and I feel like going from Creed and doing the follow up to Creed, it would have been nice to see something different from Michael B. this next go round. But I think that
mm,
it's awesome that he is a creative force behind this movie,
mm-hmm.
well as a star. I think that should be commended. I think that's great.
Yeah.
But I want to see him take a challenge. I want to see him take a little leap and do something, push himself a little bit.
What do you want to see him in that would be like, oh, this will be so different from what you've done so far?
I mean, really, anything. Like, it could be
You feel
a
like
anything.
everything's been the same?
I feel like he been like this. I'm just sorry. Yeah, I feel like the man been like that.
I
That's
don't
why
think
when
so.
I honestly do, because give me something outside of Creed, outside of his role in Black Panther, outside of
Mm.
this movie that just came out that you can say that you remember Michael B. Jordan from. You took too long. So this is what
I don't have anything.
you don't. And you know why? Because it ain't much out there. And that's not taking anything from the brother, talented. But I feel like he needs to spread his wings a little bit. Give us a little bit more diversity. All the
Mm,
great actors have done it. And if it's in your will, if you have the ability to do it,
mm,
show it. And especially since you're jumping into a producer role and all those things now, you have the Werenthal.
mm.
I like it. Look,
Yeah.
the Werenthal to do so. then you, then
Almost
you
there.
then you should also, put yourself in a movie that shows a little bit more range, a little bit more diversity. That's all I'm asking. And I'm not, like I said, talented, but give me a little bit of range. We asked for that from our singers. I want that from our actors as well. Give us the range. Where's
Give
the
us
range?
what you said.
Because I'm going to start thinking you don't have it in a minute. I'm,
Oh, I think he has it. We just
yeah,
gotta give him a little time,
let's give him time then.
to show
I'm
a
with
little bit
time.
more. I do feel like in his roles, he has shown, he can be funny in some of his movies, while also being serious or, being intensely emotional, things like that. So I do feel like in his movies we've seen a little bit of range,
Mm.
but not the like this is a comedy type thing. I don't know of any movies that he's been in that he's just like, this is a comedy movie. You need to be prepared to laugh throughout the whole thing. I don't remember any movies that he's been in like that, but I, laugh every now and again on, certain things.
Well,
In Creed, he had some really, some funny lines and stuff like that. Um, I don't know.
I'm,
we'll give him some time.
Well, I'm glad you've gotten that from him. All right.
Oh, wow. Moving on to the next topic.
Moving on to the next topic. So we're gonna keep it on a movie, and it's gonna be just a quick one because I'm sure that all of y'all have seen it. I'm sure that it's like the top of the box offices right now, or the in-home cinema thing that they're doing. Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I have
Mortal
seen it.
Kombat. We gotta talk about Mortal Kombat. I love this. What was that?
Get over
Was that
here.
Kati? Who was that? Oh,
Get over here? Who says
I
get
thought
over here?
no, I thought that was like a katana or something. I
I was
don't
just
know.
carry on.
Okay. All right. I don't know what that was, y'all. But anywho, so
You were
Mortal
close to
Kombat
finding out.
Mortal Kombat came out, the movie. I had not seen a trailer for it. I honestly did not know that it was coming out. Okay. So I was surprised by this. But since I had not known that it was coming out, I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be like a made-for-TV little movie or a little, they know that we ain't, since stuff ain't really been in the theaters, they're just gonna put something on out there. That's what I've been thinking. All the while, this is just a side note about movies. All the while, I'm still waiting for what am I trying to say?
If you talk about Candyman, because that's what I've been waiting on. But you know
Because
what?
I was about to say Boogeyman.
No, they did have a movie called Boogeyman.
Yeah, but Candyman.
No.
Thank you.
But the director was saying that she doesn't want it to be an at-home type of thing, like she wants it to be experienced in theaters.
Listen,
so we're yet waiting.
We gotta live where we at in the moment. Like we gotta get it out there.
Yes.
But yeah, I understand what she's saying, but I still don't think that when that movie comes out, it's going to be at the level that she wanted to be at as far as the in theaters. There's going to be people in theaters, but it's not going to be as many people as it was pre-pandemic. Right. So, just give the people what they want. We tired of waiting.
We've been waiting for a while. And for a minute that they were coming out with trailer after trailer, like a little sneak peek here, and I was hyped, you know what I mean? Like, dare not say his name 5 times in the mirror still, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, come on out with this movie. You had us hyped. Anywho, go back. I'm sorry.
Mortal Kombat. So there's been a little bit of controversy online. They've some real diehard fans. And I would call myself a fan, but not a diehard fan. Yeah. But I grew up on the franchise. They're a little upset because they said that there weren't like a tournament style in the movie. I personally, that didn't bother me as much, just simply because there was a lot of story in the movie this go round. And I like a good story. That's what draws me in. I'm not the most action-packed type of person anyway. So when there's a storyline, I can really buy into that storyline that sells me on the movie. So I enjoyed it. I heard there was some controversy when the first trailer come out with a Scorpion doing the get over here. It was kind of a little lackluster, but he gave me everything I needed in the movie. When he did, I was waiting on it. He did it, and I was like, that fed my soul. Yeah. That fed my soul. Little 10-year-old me was in there just kicking inside, like, get it. Yes.
Oh, yeah. See, now you can do that, but I can't do my.
Yeah. Okay. Because you were in between characters. I needed to pick one. If you're gonna do Scorpion, do Scorpion. You're gonna do Katana, do
Scorpion
Katana.
He do the little.
If you're gonna do Sonya, do Sonya.
I don't do Sonya.
I like Sonya, and I like what she represented in the movie.
Huh?
I like what she represented in the movie as well. I don't want to give I didn't want to give too much away, but it's like the whole movie. She was the only person that did not have her marking throughout the movie.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry, y'all. Throughout the movie. But it just was her still willingness and perseverance to like still be a part of the team throughout it all, even though she was like looked at as an outsider. And even the enemies, kind of looked at her as an outsider, was like, oh, you don't matter. Sonya still was like, Like people, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
On you, I feel you.
I
Yeah,
do agree. I was looking for that tournament in the movie somewhere. And at the end, I looked at Daniel like they didn't have no tournament in there.
yeah,
But I know that is a setup for the next movies, right? So like now we get to see more characters, and because they only had a handful of characters in there.
yeah,
There's so many more to choose from. If, like you said, grew up with the Mortal Kombat franchise and things like that. Of course, I did too. So I was definitely looking for certain characters to be in there, and I did not see my characters in there, but that's okay. We have another movie coming out whenever, because this one just came out, so we got to give them a little time to breathe.
there
But
you go.
that is just a nice setup for the next movie. Now we can expect a little bit more, and I do expect them to bring more to the table with this next movie because I do expect to see some type of tournament in there.
Yeah, and
So,
I think now that the fans are like putting their grievance out there, that the
hmm
next movie that they come out with, it'll be a tournament involved.
hmm
They'll listen to the fans. I'm pretty sure. So
absolutely. I think um, when people put their not just like critics and things like that, but when like the people put, like you said, put their grievances out there, or even just their opinions about the movie, like, oh, we was missing this. I really do think that these movie executives and people who are creating these movies really need to take heed to that, because like we are your customers,
we're
correct?
the
You know what I mean?
consumers. We need to.
E-
We need
exactly.
to
So
be
we're telling you
satisfied.
what we need, like you said, to be satisfied, or for us to be like hype about this next thing coming out, because we're not going to go see it, or we're not wasting our time, our money to go see it, then you're not
Yeah,
making a profit. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Kind of like Chipotle today. Like I'm really disappointed in
He's
the
upset,
Chipotle
y'all.
on North Highway 67 in Fulton,
Oh,
Missouri,
tell us what was that.
63031. Um, very upset with the fact that my order was not right on Friday. And so I called in, and a young lady told me that she was going to put my order down and take my name down and everything, and just to come on in and they would replace it. So I lost my receipt. You know, things happen. Things happen. I lost my receipt, everybody. I lost my receipt.
Ooh, lost the receipt. Oh wow.
So, call up there. I was like, I'm going to come and get the things that I ordered that was misplaced from my order on Friday. And they
hmm
told me not without a receipt will they allow me to. So the consumer and the consumer obviously was not right in that scenario to their eyes, because they would not give me my quesadilla.
But my thing is, their employee from their company told you, hey, I'll write your name down. We'll have your order ready. Did she apologize? Should she apologize
Y'all,
in there?
no, I don't think she
Okay.
was there that day. Y'all, she was there today. Y'all have a mouth set. But either way, like we were saying, the consumer needs to be happy. So people have to listen to what the people want. I
hmm
wanted my damn quesadilla, but I had to settle for 2 sliders from Arby's. So y'all do with that whatever you will. But you know, the people want what they want. So hopefully they listen to the tournament aspect. I wasn't so bothered by it, but I do see why hardcore fans would be bothered by it, because
Yeah.
it's like, this is what we was expecting. But
hmm
I hope that they can also appreciate the story building aspect of it. And it was not lacking gore to me, because
No.
they
No,
you know
it was not.
they gave the fatalities, they
Absolutely.
gave them. So
Yeah.
it was good for me.
hmm
It fed my teenage soul.
Come on, Tina. All right, all right. So moving right along. My next topic. So you look a little different.
Yep. Sorry, y'all. I was just about to say that, so you said move right along, but sorry, y'all. I had to change devices. But now you can
It
see me
is what
clearer.
it is.
Now you can see me clearer. No, but yeah, I had to change devices. So sorry about the switch up in looks, but yes, Miss Brittany, go ahead and take us right along to our next topic.
I sure can. My next topic, so on yesterday, marked the 20th anniversary for Destiny's Child Survivors album. So, first off, I love Destiny's Child. Definitely grew up dancing to them and thinking I could sing like them and all that jazz. I was doing each part, which was really Beyonce for a long time. I was just doing because lead singer and all that good stuff. Anywho, so it is the 20th anniversary of their Survivor album, and I just want to say I have really great memories of dancing to this album. I had a friend growing up, his name was Thomas, and we used to do like different like dance battles or come up with dances and stuff like that. And we just had a lot of fun. So this album means a lot to my childhood, like teenhood and all that good stuff. Well, maybe not teen. Yeah, probably about teenage years a little bit. So yeah, I was wondering, what is your favorite album? I mean, favorite song off the album, if you have one, Stoney.
Well, okay. I'm gonna say something first about the album, and it's just me thinking about it because I didn't even know it was like the 20th anniversary. That makes me feel ancient, of course. But I think that this was like a prolific album for them because it like pushed them in kind of like a pop world a little bit more because you saw them doing like the independent women that came from that album. So, I know that was tied to the Charlie's Angels movie. So it was like doing a lot more commercial type of stuff. And it wasn't just R&B, it was coming from the writings on the wall, which was, we can say was R&B, like core R&B, type of album to now push more into a pop realm. And of course, this when the change of members and all of that jazz happened. So it kind of like solidified where they were at that stage in their careers, right? So I feel like that this was a big album for them. So it is worthy to be celebrated. It's a big it was a big move. And I think that's when people really started getting the name Destiny's Child on the tips of their tongue. They were able to, it became more of a household name at that point. Which we see with a lot of artists when they end up doing like a more pop, popular type of sound. So
definitely agree with everything that you're saying. And this album, I feel like, was a little bit more, maybe not risky in the sense of like the sound or anything like that, because they had, real solid Destiny's Child fans. You know what I'm saying? Even the first album, self-titled, then like you said, Writings on the Wall, that was an amazing album, and then we come to Survivor. Now we've mixed up, like you said, we got new not cast members, it's not a show. New
come on, cast.
You said what?
I said, come on, Real World, Raw Rule Challenge. Come on, cast members.
I really want to say cast members. I don't know why, but they're not cast members. They did have a joke, like the media was making it into a joke, like, oh, who's gonna be voted off next? And so that's
right. I do remember that.
Yeah, how she came up with that song for Survivor, came up with those lyrics or whatever. But at that time they're switching out the members and things like that. And this is when we get to really know Michelle, and shout out to her because she was coming with them bridges and all them songs like, I ain't got no big part just yet, but these bridges, honey. My name is Michelle. Hello, how are y'all? And she was just giving it to us. So in the comments below, guys, let us know what your favorite song was from the Survivor album. I would have to go with, let me see, I got to pull up the track list because it was a bop. I think I might have to go with Independent Women Part 2. I know that sounds like, oh, it's so basic, but like, it was really good. I don't know. I feel like this was like the first time I was really hearing, outside of Bugaboo, right? Because she was talking her stuff on there too. But like the what you think about a girl like me? Got my own car and spend my own.
So I'm glad that you sung it because I did not remember it. So that says a lot about how I kind of felt about it.
I think that one was only on the album. I don't think that one came out.
Gotcha.
I think the first one was the one that was, Charlie's Angels and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and that wasn't my favorite. That was probably my least favorite. That was my least favorite Destiny Child song, like, period. Like, single ever. It really was. Let me see. I would have to say I really enjoyed Emotions. I have to give it to Emotions. You know, I don't want to be so cliche and put it, but they did their song. The fact that you know, it was a sample. Well, no, it wasn't a sample. It was a whole recreation of a song. And did it justice with that, you know, 3-part harmony. It was spectacular.
The video was good.
The video was good, you know, everybody looked it nice, you know, nobody's wig was too busted. It was a pretty good video, you know.
I'm sorry.
I like Brown Eyes.
Yeah, Brown Eyes is good too.
Brown Eyes, yeah.
But I was gonna say, for Emotions, there was this Mad TV like parody that they did.
I wish we could bring that up because that was hilarious.
It's the spotlight for me. So
hilarious.
If y'all have not seen it, please look it up. It is the Mad TV Emotions parody. You have to look it up. Deborah Wilson is hilarious in there, and she's singing as Beyonce or playing the Beyonce part. It's hilarious. Y'all need to look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, shout out to the Survivor album, the 20th anniversary. And it's still about for me. Still bangs.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I might just listen to it tomorrow on the way to work just for the sake of it. So, you know, thank you for letting us know that. Because, you know, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was 20 years.
20 years.
You know,
20 years.
Yeah. So now y'all need to just come on back out with, you know, a couple of little EP. You ain't got to do just too much. A couple songs together,
Give us what Kelly gave us. Give us about 6 songs.
You know.
Nice gowns, you know, beautiful gowns. Give us something.
You know. But if you don't, we understand, and I'm sure there will be some way that y'all will link up back in the future to feed our, you know, Destiny's Child appetites.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right, Stoney, what you got for us?
Hey, I mean, really, you know, I was gonna go ahead and go into a segment, a new little segment for us when we're doing a best dress kind of thing for the Oscars. You know, the once a year annual, you know, movie award. People are awarded for their acting and their contributions to the movies and things of that nature. I think that it couldn't be more of a, you know, time to celebrate than now, because last year, movies are kind of what got us through on time, with music as well. You know, those things helped, that entertainment helped get us through what the hellhole of last year was. So very glad that we were able to celebrate this year. So I mean, so we're gonna bring up a couple of things. Like I said, I switched devices, so I cannot access any screen sharing. So Brittany, it's all you.
I will take it away. Let me make sure I have it on your people first, because we both looked up a few. Okay, can y'all see my screen? I hope you can see my screen.
Yeah. So y'all, I feel like I need some glasses or something. I ain't got none in reach, so I'm just gonna. I want to turn into one of those fashion experts that be on Wendy Williams or something like that.
Oh, honey.
So Amanda Seyfried is wearing a Money Privy gown. But no, honestly, like this, to me, when I saw her in this gown, I was like, definitely on the list. Like she looks gorgeous. That is a lot of gown. That gown could have easily worn her. Can you zoom in a little bit, Brittany?
Let's see if I can. Let's see. How's that?
That's good especially on the top piece. So I like where I say could have gotten really heavy at is at that top piece. Like it's a lot going on. It's that deep V neckline, and then it's got the ruffles on the top. Okay. It could have went really big. But then it's like it's really kind of cinched in a little bit at the waist. It extenuates her body. but it could have been a big dress on the wrong person.
Yeah.
But I feel like that her body was able to kind of fill it out nicely, and she was able to wear it versus it wearing her.
Yes.
Her hair looks nice in the picture. Her makeup and everything kind of really goes with it. Yeah, I think that this was a very big glam moment for her, and I'm trying to remember exactly what I've seen her in. She has such a familiar face.
Well,
I've seen her in a couple of movies, and it's a couple of movies I like, and I feel bad that I cannot say what she's been in.
Mamma Mia, she was in Mean Girls.
Mamma Mia, there we go.
Ted 2, she was in Time with Justin Timberlake, but that was in like 2011, so that was Dear John, Red Robin Hood.
Okay.
Red Riding Hood, excuse me. Yeah, just a few.
Gotcha. Well, she's definitely channeling her Red Riding Hood in this beautiful Armani Privy gown. I don't know if I'm saying the last name right, y'all. Come on now.
It's very, very beautiful. I definitely was going to try to pick her for my best dress as well, but Stoney had his ready before I did, so I had to go ahead and let him have it. But like you said, it could have been a big dress on a different type of body. And when you said that, I immediately thought of Zendaya. I love her. She's so, petite as far as her size is concerned. So I do feel like this would have looked like way too much gown on her. But like you said,
it would have swallowed her up.
Yes, but Amanda's body really fills this out really nicely.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna zoom back out so we can get to the next
Look at
person.
that. Beautiful. Okay. Also on my best dress list, a little bit unconventional. This is more so I would see this as a VMA kind of a get up with her looking amazing. What does it for me is the hair cascading down the side, giving me all the Pocahontas and vibes that I need, the Rapunzel let down your hair vibes that I need, cascading down. But, as many people have already pointed out, this was kind of an ode to Prince when he won his Purple Rain Oscar for Purple Rain for his music in Purple Rain. So I think that, a lot of the music that her has been doing here lately, as far as her own music outside of anything for a soundtrack and things like that, but actually her own material that she's coming in within this new album and this new kind of phase of her career has really been the vibe of like that Prince vibe. That really, I'm going to give you some deep guitar. I'm going to give you some deep bass type of, music. Like she has really brought that forth in her music. So this is not a surprise to me that she stepped out, kind of paying homage to Prince himself, and yeah, she ended up winning the Oscar, if I'm not mistaken, that evening as well. So it was kind of just like, full circle moment.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think she looks amazing. I like the fact that she's really embracing, more of her femininity. I'll say that because, in the past it has been a little bit more, I just wanted to be all about the voice. And now I think that she's stepping into, okay, it's about the voice, but it's also about this artistry as well.
And let's get into it.
Yeah.
I love it. She looks amazing, like you said. Definitely an ode to Prince. And she's, when people try to do odes to Prince, they tend to do too much. You know what I mean? It doesn't come off as they come out looking kind of foolish sometimes, but I think she did amazing with this look. It's definitely her, you know what I mean? Like this is not my stylist told me to wear this, so I'm just gonna put this on. I feel like she really had a hand in it. And as far as like you said, her hair, even down to her makeup, nails, the little bit of jewelry that we see with the rings and things like that, the glasses, of course. She just looks really, really good. Like you said, it's unconventional, but it's definitely working for her at this at the Oscars for this year.
Oh.
Okay, one more. Mr.
Oh,
Ashton Sanders.
Mr. Ashton Sanders, the gender bending, uh, dresser himself. Zoom in on these gloves. This is a
Let's get
Dior
into
look,
it.
everybody. This is a Dior look. He is not the one to shy away from, like I said, just gender bending, and wearing things that him just wearing things that that you wouldn't exactly expect from a gentleman. But I will say this: there were a lot of risks taken on the carpet this year
Mhm.
by men, and
Absolutely.
by a lot of African American men as well. Um, I think Lakeith had on some type of jumpsuit or women's jumpsuit that kind of like gave ode to the 70s or 80s. So I mean, I think that a lot of just a lot of men are being a lot more comfortable, thinking outside of the box as it comes to fashion. And me looking at Mr. Ashton's, IG and everything like that, I've seen that it's been a long history of him, being on the cover of certain magazines and stuff, really kind of defining his own line of what fashion is and, what he can bring in that's cool to the game. I mean, the fashion game. I like this look.
Mhm.
I couldn't find a red carpet look of him.
Mhm.
So I don't know if he was just at home in his look and took it and said, "Hey, I'm at the Oscars," or because I think a couple of people did something like that.
Yeah.
Because not everybody came to the actual event, especially if they
Mhm.
were not
Nominated.
nominated.
Mhm.
But I think that he looks like a winner in my book.
Come on, looks
The
like a winner.
He looked like a winner in my book. This is sharp to me, and I think that the lace gloves really kind of sets this look off, and it's kind
Yeah.
of like it's like hard masculine with just a little touch of, just a little bit of touch of, I can't even say
I won't say
femininity.
metrosexual. I don't
Yeah,
want to say feminine, but he's definitely given us a different look into a play on a masculine look here. It's
yeah,
definitely, I mean, like, I'm like, hold on, look at his brows. You know what I mean? Look at the haircut. Like, he's giving it all. Look at the skin. Look at the
yeah,
melanin. You
yeah,
don't mind the suit. The guy looks good. Okay,
yeah.
Ashton, you're looking good.
That's what
But
I'm saying. I don't even want
definitely,
to put it in a box and say like, oh, this is a feminine aspect of this because that's not,
mhm,
I think that he just sees clothes and he says, hey, this looks good. I'm gonna rock it,
yeah,
and I admire that about him. It's
yeah.
great.
He definitely is wearing this suit, this Dior suit. Looks good. All right, so I had a few people for my best dress, and like you were saying with Ashton or with people in general, men at the Oscars this year in general, we did see a lot of risks, and one of the risks that I actually enjoyed, I really like this look by Coleman Domingo. So this is a custom Versace suit. I want to zoom in for you all to see.
Um,
I don't know. I love this suit. Like this, the sparkles for me. It's
oh, some detailing. It's
it's
in the
some detail in
detailing.
there, right? You know him from Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. So he was just in that movie. He will be in the upcoming Candyman movie. He's been on Fear the Walking Dead since 2015. He's been on Euphoria since 2019 with Zendaya.
Oh,
And
so
so
he been working.
he's been working. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love the boldness of this suit. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
normally wouldn't see a a man, let alone a black man, in pink a hot pink suit at that. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah.
it's just is nice. I love how it's tailored to him. Like I said, it is custom. And he's wearing this suit. The suit is not wearing him. He does not look clownish to me. He looks amazing. So from the hair to the shoes, okay? Everything in between. Hey
It's
Coleman.
it's it's I mean, it's a little bit much for me.
Mhm.
It's a little bit much for me as far as the So when you zoomed in, that's when I started kind of seeing the detailing of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the detailing of it for me does kind of give it. The detailing gives me a little bit wedding singerish.
Ah, come on, wedding singer.
But it's like I'm not mad at the gold detailing, and I'm not mad at the detailing on the shirt because I'm not exactly sure if that's a tie or if that's just a detailing on the shirt. But
Detailing on the shirt.
yeah, I like that. That's nice. For some reason, I'm wishing that the shoes were just a little bit bolder. Like if we were gonna go there, I feel like, let's go ahead and go there. Maybe even like a little gold tip on the wing. I mean, at the tip of the shoe or something, just kind of also bring together all those gold aspects of it. I think maybe would have been something a little different because I actually like this, pimp ring situation he got on where it's almost a ring on every finger.
He rocks his rings like that often.
I like it. Like I like it. So yeah, I mean, not necessarily something that I would say go for. I feel like if the jacket was just plain and that detailing was still on the shirt like it is, and still with all the gold accents, it still would have been a little bit more effective for me. But all in all, nicely tailored. It looks great. Nice risk.
Nice risk. I agree. Up next on my list was Ariana DeBose. Orange is in. Okay, it was in I think we kind of tried to talk about this a little bit, but then we wanted to save it for y'all. But Orange was in a couple years ago. Actually, for me, Orange doesn't really go out of style. Like when it's summertime, when it's springtime, Orange is gonna look good. It's gonna look good on any skin tone, but I definitely love it on our melanated skin. But she's wearing this little one shoulder Versace dress. I just feel like it looks really elegant. It's not giving us too much. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. She's not giving us too much
again?
Ariana DeBose, and she was in Hamilton.
Okay.
That I'm sure people have seen and things like that. Ariana DeBose. I didn't look her up too much. I was really trying to focus on the dress, but I know she was in Hamilton. But she's giving us minimal jewelry, but I feel like with a dress like this, you don't need too much. I like that they went with the hair being up so we could see, the shoulders, see the neckline, things like that. I think this is a really gorgeous dress. It's simple, but it's gorgeous to me, and I love the color.
I mean, yeah, it's a nice dress. Can you zoom? Can you go down a little bit? Go down a little bit. So this front piece right here, that's a little shorter than the rest. That's the only thing. Yeah, that little piece right there that's shorter than the rest. That's the only thing that kind of throws me off about it. But yeah, I think that it's a nice dress. It's a nice dress.
I'm wondering, is it shorter so she don't trip over? She doesn't strike me as a tall lady.
Yeah.
I know if I were to have a dress like this, I would need it to be a little bit shorter so I don't trip over it. But I don't know. I like it.
Gotcha. Yeah. I guess I just feel like if it was like connected to that other piece or, kind of, made that line on its own without it being, it looks like just kind of like a separate piece just in there in the middle of it to me. So I guess that's the only thing that kind of takes me out of the fantasy of it all. But I mean, cutouts have been a big thing. If you can go back up a little bit.
Yep.
Cutouts have been a big thing. Everybody has been rocking cutouts. I've seen a lot of it on the carpet this year. So, people want to show a little bit of skin. We've been in
right
all this time. Now they want to show a little skin.
Show a little skin. I know that's right. Go ahead, Ariana. We mad at you, girl.
She looks amazing.
Yes. And my last look.
Oh, who was this?
Miss Tiara Thomas, honey. Get into Miss Tiara Thomas with this custom one. I'm sorry, this is a jumpsuit. This is not one. This is a jumpsuit by Giovanna Lewis. She also was a winner with her at the Oscars for their song. I mean, just the I really don't have much to say. She looks
Yeah.
good. The girl looks good. Like, and she's standing there like, I know I look good. Like
Yeah.
the jewelry is working for her. We don't see many rings and things like that, but you see there's a little feather detail here. But I mean,
She looks
giving looks.
amazing.
She's giving looks.
She looks cool as hell. She's sitting up
That
there. She looks cool as hell. Like she's the girl that you want to hang out with. Like she looks cool.
Mhm.
And not to mention she's been like alongside her with that song. She's
Mhm.
been doing great this year. I'm sure she's like, I jumped on the right song, the right track
Yes.
because they won a Grammy for that a couple of months ago.
Mhm.
And I haven't heard from her in a while since, is it bad that I never made love? Yeah, I haven't heard from her
Yeah.
since that and that whole little debacle with Wale
Mhm.
and stuff with that song.
I still feel like her voice was the voice that needs to be on there. No
No,
disrespect, because I
yeah,
love Riri,
yeah,
since
yeah,
Music of the Sun. Okay, love
yeah.
her. But I just really feel like Tiara's voice it was necessary to be on that song. You know what I
It
mean?
was
Like,
this, yeah.
yeah.
And even some of her releases after that, they didn't really just get like shine, just
Mhm.
independently,
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she's getting her flowers
Yeah.
now as a songwriter and as just a creative. So, and she looks amazing.
She
I'm
does.
glad that she chose the cornrows to go
Mhm.
with this look. I think it was a perfect thing to go with this look. I feel like she would have went with something that was like a flowy hair look. I don't think it
It
would
would
have been as effective. This
no.
gives it the edge that it needs.
That it needs, exactly. And once again, I just want to point this out again. This is a jumpsuit. Like, it don't even look
No.
like it's a jumpsuit, but this is listen, come on, designer,
Nice.
and come on, Sierra wearing it.
Yeah.
So those are our best dressed looks from the Oscars, ladies and gents. So
Boom, boom. Boom, boom,
so
boom, boom. Those are our best dressed Oscars.
what?
That's our best dressed Oscars look for Oscars 2021. I
Mhm.
just want to point this out. We ain't put her up there. I'm guessing Brittany didn't want to put her up there, but this is fine. I'm
Don't
just gonna
tell me
say
like
this.
crazy.
I'm just gonna put this out there to Miss Holly Berry, Miss Berry, tune in. Fire. Whoever
Let me
whoever is
wait.
whoever is sitting here putting this hair on your head, I want you to fire them immediately. Do not give them no notice. Let them go. Okay? Because this is like the third time you done stepped on this carpet looking
Hold
like
on, I
this.
found it. I'll
And
put
you
it
are a
there.
beautiful woman. Like I'm still remembering the Flintstones, Bedrock. You look beautiful.
Yes, she did. Yes,
You
she
know what I'm
did.
saying? I would even went for one of them little crop cuts. But I'm gonna let Brittany put the picture up there
I'm
because
gonna
I
put
want
the
to know
picture up.
why. I want to know why. I want to hit something. I want to hit it hard.
Oh, rest in peace to her. not
She passed
not
on.
Sally, but the lady that she was supposed to be hitting, and she passed.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zoom in on this catastrophe.
Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. I gotta move us out the way.
You gotta get in on that helmet up there.
I can't go in no further. Now I lost it. Oh, there it is. I can't zoom in no further. Hold on. I gotta find a different one. You a mess. I didn't think you was gonna bring her up.
No, because
I didn't.
we need to get the message out because she can't be going around thinking that this is okay. That's we need to get the message out. Okay. I'm at the point where I want to start a petition, but I don't know how to go about it.
I don't think you're gonna be able to reach her.
Somebody look.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Halle Berry's polarizing Oscars 2021 haircut from every angle. We're gonna scroll. Let's see if that. I'm sorry, I know that laugh was ugly, but every angle, honey.
Oh, they got
Every angle from the
they
side.
got her ass. They got her every angle.
Halle
Wait.
Berry's haircut follows the angle of her jawline. The slight undercut adds volume to the back. It's the faces for me. Like
That's it's like
oh,
that's that person that second picture took me out because it looked like a little.
Stoney.
You know that it's been Sunday fun day for me.
Oh
so I can't
gosh.
you
I
can't
got tears.
Wow. Oh, Holly.
Chopped her shoulder-length hair into a short bob and baby bangs for the 2021 Oscars.
Listen, that she bet I had chopped her own hair like that. You can almost like, why is the bang so far up there though? It looked like
Beyonce did something similar. Yeah,
this is a catastrophe, and they got her ass from every angle.
I feel like even the Beehive was kind of like, "Hey, hey."
They don't like, yeah. They don't like when you bring that up. Wow,
that's all right.
That's a money shot right there.
I'm finna get out of here. I'm finna stop sharing the screen. You a mess.
You got me up here crying on camera. Shit. Holly, don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. Do not. Listen.
Please. We're begging you. Don't do that.
I'd rather have you. I'd rather her have a whole little 27 piece than have that sitting up on top of her head.
Listen, that 27 piece would have been banging, depending on who she had to do it. That would have been a look. Anywho, we got one more thing that we need to talk to y'all about.
That took a lot out of me.
It took a lot out of me too. That's why we got to keep it moving. All right. Last part. The last thing.
We should have looked at them pictures before we got them. We should have looked at them pictures.
I don't want to share it again.
What is it? She looked like she was in a tornado.
We want to talk about is the 2021 Billboard Awards that will be airing on May 23rd. We want to talk about these nominees real quick. So we have stop.
You know what brought up? That was bad.
We have The Weeknd with 16 nominations, excuse me. And we have DaBaby with 11. We have Pop Smoke, R.I.P., with 10. And we have Megan Thee Stallion with 7. We just wanted to talk really quickly about some of these categories. So The Weeknd is, like I said, he's nominated for 16 awards. Okay, they include top R&B album as well as the top Billboard 200 album. DaBaby is in for a top rap as well as Pop Smoke, and Pop Smoke is also in for a top Billboard album, and Megan Thee Stallion is in for top rap female. So I'm gonna share my screen because I promise I'm not trying to share this again, but I need to go to.
Yeah, you need to listen. You need to go to
the screen.
Click out of it because can't take it again. We're gonna have to end this damn video. You cannot show her again. Look like she done been through a whole windstorm and got on the carpet. Listen.
I'm calming down. I'm calming down. All right. So we had top R&B. Okay, we have The Weeknd here.
Yes.
And of course, these are the people that he's going to be going against. We have Janae Aiko, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, and Doja Cat.
Mm.
Um, I feel like he's kind of a favorite to get this. Um, but also, I mean, I feel like could go to either The Weeknd, Doja Cat, or Janae Aiko.
Mm.
Sorry to those who really like Justin Bieber and Chris Brown. I don't think it's going to be them this year, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
So
What
here's Yeah, my thoughts are this. I'm in the same boat. Of course, I'm rooting for Janae. Janae
mm,
is my girl, but the weekend it's like evenly yoked for me because
mm,
if I had a perfect concert, both of those artists they would just be them too, and I would
yeah.
be set for the rest of life as far as concerts are concerned in my book.
Yeah.
Um, so really, it's neck and neck for me.
Hmm.
Albums came out around the same time.
Hmm.
At the top of the pandemic, really gave us something to listen to, something to think about. So
Yeah.
I would be fine with either one of them taking it. Doja Cat, I was expecting to see her more in a new
Rap
artist
category, right?
category. Um,
I was saying like a rap category.
yeah, a rap category, or even a new artist category, because I still feel like that people like this last album, I just feel like it was considered her first album. Like
Mm,
this was what we really are considered, what would consider for me at least her first album.
mm-hmm.
So wouldn't have put her in this category. Justin Bieber is very happy with Billboard at this moment. He has always wanted his whole entire life to be nothing more than an R&B artist. So thank y'all for acknowledging him as an R&B artist, but that
Wow.
he is not an R&B artist.
He's
So
not.
he should not have been placed in that category. No matter how many times he can get DJ Khaled to produce anything of his, he's still not an R&B artist, and you can't convince me otherwise.
You
Chris
can't.
Brown, what have you come out with that we could say?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and keep it
Okay.
moving. So that was the top R&B artist. So that is why you see Miss Janae and Miss Doja Cat there. And we have the top R&B male artist. It's just going to be Justin, Chris, or The Weeknd. Um, Again, I feel like that could go to. It should go to The Weeknd because I feel like
No.
the man has been working. Justin is just now to me because I don't really keep up with him. Just now starting to give us a little bit more, but I almost feel like it's kind of a little too late. I don't know.
Mm.
As far as like this is coming on May 23rd. You know what I mean? So like unless they're using Yummy. What was the name of the song?
Yeah, it was.
Yummy. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean that was a cute little song, but like not to be in top R&B male artist
yeah.
category.
Yeah.
No. We have the top rap artists here. Of course, we have the Baby, Drake is gonna always be in there. Juice World, Lil Baby, and Pop Smoke. Um, the Baby has been really been working, but you have your fans for Pop Smoke and Lil Baby that may be like, hey, it's gonna be either one of
Yeah.
them. So just definitely have to see with that one. That's top rap artist.
So
Go ahead.
uh, I think I'm going to go for maybe a Pop Smoke in this category just
Mm-hmm.
because the Baby has been coming out with stuff, but the Baby is I feel like it's been a little bit more, I don't want to say repetitive as far
But
as
that's the word.
his formula, but it seems like it kind of has been Pop Smoke. It's been like this whole movement after his death, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know Juice World also passed, so rest in peace to both of those artists.
Yeah.
But I feel like Pop Smoke it has been more so of a like, wow, like this
Mm-hmm.
really what he could have been. And even when I listen to some of his music, some of it does sound a little bit repetitive to me, but it's a whole groove
Mm-hmm.
behind his music that I don't get from other artists. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of going for rooting for him in this category, honestly.
And it's also like, man, he was taken when, I feel like artists are just now, starting to find their groove. Is sad. Like it seems like 2020 was just like people who were just coming out and just starting to
Yep.
give us a taste, and we're like, oh, with this next album, baby, they finna. and then they would take it, right? Or
Yeah,
they
yeah,
passed away. So like I definitely feel like that is the case with Pop Smoke. Like you said, like it is a hint of repetitiveness in there, but you could see like where he was going to be able to expand into, you know what I'm saying,
absolutely.
and give a little bit more.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's the top rap artist. We have top rap male artists. You have Juice WRLD, Lil Baby, and Pop Smoke here. It could go to anybody there.
Hmm.
And then, not country. I'm looking at country. Top rap female artists. You have Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Sweetie. Who do you think is a favorite for this one? Because this could be
I
anybody.
It could be anybody. I think that I feel like Cardi B will end up taking it.
Mhm.
Just simply because Megan's had a big year as well. Sweetie, I mean, as far as radio wise, you're gonna hear Sweetie all over the radio. It's
Yeah.
just it's gonna happen.
And it's the Billboard
Um,
Awards, so
yeah.
it's about those records
It,
and
it,
radio and all that too.
True, but then when we look at Cardi has been like everything she's come out with has been number one, lately. And the song that did go number one was with Megan Thee Stallion.
Mhm.
But I don't know if out of Megan's album herself, other than I think Savage is the song that went number one, which came out last year. So I'm just kind
Mhm.
of thinking about like looking at it like, Cardi WAP was number one featuring Megan, but also she had an additional number one with Up. So I'm like,
Mhm.
maybe it could go to Cardi, but I can also see it going to Megan. I don't think that it will go to Sweetie
Mhm.
this year.
That would definitely be
Uh,
an upset if it did. Not saying that it would be a bad thing, but it would.
yeah,
I don't think anybody's looking at her to win it.
yeah.
So
It would be an upset. So it would be one of them situations where she should be just like, I'm just happy to be nominated type of thing. You know?
okay, all right. Ooh, these Reeboks look good. All right, we're gonna
I know I
scroll
was like,
down.
look fresh, huh?
You said what?
Look that fresh, huh?
They kind of fresh. All right, so top Billboard 200 album. This is like one of the big awards for the night. You have Juice
Mhm.
WRLD, you have Lil Baby, you have Pop Smoke, Taylor Swift, and of course you have The Weeknd. This may I feel like it should go to The Weeknd, um, but I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea who they're gonna give this one to. I don't know who I should lean towards because like I'm looking on here, you don't see Taylor Swift too much on the list. And if you
Yeah.
guys want to check this list out, you can go to billboard.com and look up the nominees as well. But like she seems to find her way into like the big categories for award shows like often,
Yeah.
So she's in this big category here. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could be an upset for the night as well because I don't think this album is gonna get it or get it, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think it
I,
should be the weekend though.
yeah. I'm looking at the weekend as well to sweep this one.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I think not that any of the other albums probably, weren't good. I'm not saying that. I have heard a little bit of folklore, definitely a different direction, more of a folky type of way for Taylor. So I think that
Mhm.
when artists take risks like that, they're not necessarily looking, for anything.
Mhm.
It's just like expressing kind of themselves.
Right.
But since she is a big name artist, I feel like that's the reason why she was infused into this category. But
Mhm.
I would definitely say that the weekend after hours would take it. I haven't heard much of Juice WRLD. Lil Baby, I've heard some of his,
Some of
mostly
the
the singles that came out from that, and of course we talked about Pop Smoke.
Mhm.
But I think that the weekend should definitely be, compensated for his work this year, and that would be a
Mhm.
wonderful way to do so.
Absolutely. And then of course another big category that we love to see. Top
Yeah.
R&B album. You have Chilombo, you have Chris Brown and Young Thug. You have Doja Cat, Hot Pink, Kalani, and of course you have The Weeknd. Now, I feel this one's going to be a tough one. This one's going to be a tough one because of The Weeknd, Kalani, Janae. Really, everybody except for And I know it sounds bad, but everybody except for Chris Brown and Young Thug. I don't know.
I didn't even know that they had a joint album out.
Yeah.
So that's a surprise because I've been sitting here saying like, when is Chris Brown gonna come out with something? You know,
and he did.
Wow, go figure.
And he did. I don't think I wouldn't put Doja Cat's Hot Pink on here as an R&B album. I really feel like that should be more of a rap type album. It doesn't give me R&B for sure. I mean, like, even though she sings on there a little bit, it's not R&B. So it's definitely in the wrong category. So it really should be cut down to The Weeknd, Kalani, and Janae. For me, that's what I think. Any of those I would be happy with, honestly.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Janae or The Weeknd. Kalani's album was good. Not my favorite from her as far as album wise. Yeah, her previous album, like, I was very shook by, and I felt like that this one was a little lackluster in comparison. But you know, I was surprised to see her nominated. I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised to see her nominated. But with that being said, I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve the nomination. But definitely between The Weeknd and Janae, because those were two of the albums that were slept on at this year's Grammys, and usually the Billboard is good for like compensating for what the Grammy, lacked.
They be like, they didn't know what they were talking about, baby. Here you go.
So I feel like they right a lot of wrongs. So we'll see. We'll see.
We shall see. So again, friends, Billboard Awards come on May 23rd. So of course we'll talk about that again. We'll probably give another little take on that before they come up. Did you have anything else that you want to add, Mr. Stoney?
Saying about the Billboard Awards?
Or just anything there? Well, yeah, really about the Billboard Awards. I'm hoping that they correct some wrongs, but
I'll be watching. I usually do a big, a whole big, little feast for just myself.
You do.
But
quite a bit for just
and I watch and I enjoy. So I'm hoping that they have a lot of artists that are performing, a lot of nice artists. One thing that I didn't like about the Grammys this past year was that Janae, who was nominated for a couple of awards, did not perform. So hopefully she gets to perform on the Billboard Awards. We see The Weeknd take the stage on the Billboard Awards. Cardi, I just really want it to be kind of like a star-studded event as far as performance-wise. I know that they only got so much of a budget, so they're not gonna have everybody.
But it's the Billboard Awards. Like, it should be a good time to be had, and it should be enjoyable for the viewers as well as the people who are actually in the building. That's how I feel. They should have some coins for that.
So I hope they make it nice. So we'll see. We'll see.
So again, y'all, we'll be talking about that a little bit more. On another note, just real quick, my birthday is coming up. It is May 10th. So I don't know. I kind of want to do a little episode. I don't know, but we'll talk to Mr. Stoney about that and see how he feels. I kind of want to do a little episode about that. Just a quick little turn up.
Okay. Little birthday turn up.
Yeah, just a little something. Just a little taste. But we are in the last segment.
Yes.
Mr. Stoney, take it away.
Yes. So while I'm talking, Brittany is going to bring up just something that came across my news feed over the past couple of weeks since we last spoke with each other, our beautiful audience. And it was just a rainbow that kind of manifested out of this tornado. It was like a tornado is what they're calling it, or a rain tornado. I'm not a fan of either one of those. So I'm just gonna say a tornado that you know, at the simultaneously appeared with a rainbow. So either way, so we're kind of going into Stoney's therapeutic tip for the week and for this episode. So before we play the video and kind of let you see what's going on in the video, I think that this is out of Texas. Was it out of like Northwest Texas or something? And I've seen a couple of these on the internet and on the web, and a lot of the times it comes out of Texas. And I'm thinking it's because y'all have a lot of tornadoes off up in Texas.
We're in the valley, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just kind of like a beautiful sight. So we're gonna get into the video a little bit and let you watch it, and then I'm going to give you my takeaway from this beautiful image.
Let's see what it's filming. Power flashes. Tornado is like in the rainbow. Holy cow. It can happen. I can't see what the viewfinder's getting. I hope it's the tornado. It's in the rainbow. Is this even happening right now? The tornado is like in the rainbow.
Wow. All right, you can cut it there, Brittany.
That was beautiful. I've never seen it before.
Right, like when I saw it on the news, I was like, wow, like that is wow. Yeah. You know, I was speechless. But it kind of leads me into my therapeutic tip for this video. So, you know, sometimes there are storms. We know this. There are things that try to bring us down in life. There are trials and tribulations that we go through. And it's hard to see the sunshine. It's hard to see positivity through the debris, through the guck of life, you know, through all of, you know, just the misfortunes and the negativity. But if you look hard enough, if you squint hard enough, you'll be able to find that rainbow, that positive, you know, piece that you need to just keep pushing forward and be able to say, okay, everything is not all bad. What I like to teach a lot of my students is to not go into all or nothing thinking. So it's like, if one thing happens bad throughout the day, that should not just determine just, oh, it's a bad day. No, that's a piece of the day that you found to be negative. But there's a whole lot of other positivity around you if you just search for it. So it's about being intentional about searching for those positive pieces. And I mean, a lot of times you don't have to be intentional about it. It'll come to you, you know, without having to be intentional. But when you are going through something, that's when you have to be intentional about it and dig in and be like, I'm going to find something positive to extract from this. Because it's in there. It's just harder to see because of all the things that's going on around you. So a lot of times you got to quieten the noise. And we know that tornadoes come with a lot of wind, a lot of gusts. But when you see a rainbow, do you hear anything? You don't. You just see their presence and you know it's there. So it's about quietening the noise so that you can be able to see those luxurious colors at the end. So that's my therapeutic tip for this video.
Oh, wow. That was great. That was great. So basically trying to find that silver lining in things that aren't going as well as you would hope. And I love that you tell your students, like, just that one moment should not dictate your entire day. I am a grown-up and I still have to tell myself that. So
it's a struggle.
It is, but practice makes perfect. And eventually I won't have to struggle. It's hard to find the positivity in the day. So thank you for those tips. And we hope you guys have a great rest of your week. See y'all
Yeah.
here.
We'll see y'all next time. Peace.